Yeah, I think it's very special for our players to play at home in the first 2 rounds. For sure helps us out. We played plenty of matches at home, and the crowd, I think, can help us get through it.
What do some of these guys, the opponents this year, what do they look like compared to what you guys look like this year?
A little bit different. I think we don't know them that well. Western Michigan, we've never played them, and at least I've never played them in a while, so I don't know them very well. Michigan and VTech, who are top 35 teams in the country, I don't know them very well, so we're going to have to just kind of play our game and see what happens.
Last year, everybody heard about Eric Quigley and heard just how great that he was and how good this team is. How much, who do we look at this year? Rossi gets a lot of attention this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have one of the strongest 1-2 punch in the country when they're ready to play, and Anthony Rossi and Tom Jambi, one senior and one junior. And when we have a good 1-2 punch, we can beat anybody in the country. And then we have a bunch of youngsters in the back who have gotten, I think, better throughout the season. So I expect them to kind of play their best tennis at the end of the year.
You played 13 or 14 matches against the top 16 teams in the country. What does that experience do to prepare you for a tournament atmosphere?
Well, that's something that kind of Coach Emery kind of taught me a little bit. If you really want to be good, you got to play a strong schedule, and it gets you ready for the end of the year. And that's what we've done again this year. It just kind of makes us respect every team because we know we can lose, but it prepares us that, okay, we can beat anybody. So we just got to have a good frame of mind, each match. So I think it'll help us to get through the weekend, I hope.
What have you seen out of your team over this layoff since last play?
I mean, I know coaches don't like too much layoffs a little bit. I don't like it too much, but I mean, we had exams, we had dead weeks, so they kind of played a little less. So we had to get fired up again on Monday, so we had a really good week of practice. I think the guys are ready to play. We're kind of tired of practicing.
I know you've talked about wanting to play your best tennis at this point in the year. Do you feel like you're positioned to do that right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the level of play is always, I never have 6 guys playing their best tennis in one day. But what I mean by best tennis is knowing what to do when you're not playing your best. Okay, am I going to have 2-3 guys that play very good tennis this weekend? Yeah, we're going to have to. But I know I'm going to have 1 or 2 or 3 guys that are not going to play their best tennis, and they're going to have to get through. They're going to have to win those matches. So that's kind of mental toughness, and that's what I'm talking about.
Do you lay out specific goals like making a Final Four before the tournament, or are you just focused?
We talk about goals in September, and we talk about goals in January. After that, we made it pretty clear that what our goals are, and then after, I don't have to repeat it. If it's truly what they want to do and then what I want to do, we don't have to repeat it.
Cedric, what about for you? This is your first go around in the NCAA Tournament as a head coach.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. How different this is.
No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe like we'll say 5–10% different. I think I feel the same. I just have to talk to you guys, maybe 1 or 2 interviews, and talk to my team a little bit one-on-one, just a little bit more. But I feel the same. It's the same.
At this stage, do you coach by feel? Is that a possibility? Having been a player as advanced as far as you did, do you kind of have a feel for things?
Yeah, I mean, my job is I got 10, 12 guys that are different. They play different. So my job, I guess, when I was a tennis player, is to see all styles and kind of figure out a way, to beat that style. So I guess that's how I can help them on the tennis court, maybe, as a tennis player. Is to figure out a way to beat somebody that, a style that they're not good against or they haven't played before.
When you rely on newcomers the way that you guys do to get to this point in the year, are there things that you have to watch for in competition to kind of prevent?
Yeah, man, I know my guys. I know. I usually know how they're going to play maybe the day before or the day of, and if I see something I don't like, then I'm going to sit him down, make sure that we agree on what he needs to do on the tennis court for him to be successful.